Hey guys, it's Scott here from AnimeBlurayUK, and today we're taking a quick look at Manga Entertainment's upcoming Blu-ray release of Death Note: The Complete Collection, which sees all 37 episodes of the original TV anime series and the two OVA films which retell the events of the TV anime series with some slightly new animation, all of which are remastered in high definition. So let's get straight to it. First of all, we've got Disc 1, which, as you can see, features episodes 1 to 7 of the TV series. We've got the Death Note logo at the top, the episode information at the bottom, and then all the usual logos you'd come to expect on the left and right hand side of the disc. Now, this particular formula is repeated throughout the entire disc collections. There's not really much to see in terms of artwork, but it does keep that minimalistic feel that Death Note has always sort of been known for, especially when it comes to disc artwork. So it kind of blends in quite well. So the second disc, as you saw there, had episodes 8 to 14. The third disc, which is what we have here, has episodes 15 to 21. Nothing different in terms of the artwork or presentation, just exactly the same, just different episode listings at the bottom. Moving on to the fourth disc, we then have episodes 22 to 28. So getting towards, the middle section of the series now. And then we have disc 5, which has episodes 29 to 35. Once again, coming towards the closure of the series itself. And then finally, we have the 6th Blu-ray disc, which, if I can get my hands on it, has the remaining 2 episodes, episodes 36 and 37, as well as the 2 OVA films. Now, the OVA films are the ones that retell the events of the series. So the first OVA film retells the first 2/3 of the series, and then the second film retells the actual ending. So that's what you can expect from the discs. Now let's take a look at the disc content. So once you start putting the discs into your play, you're greeted with this slightly interactive main menu, which is quite different to the norm, as past manga Blu-ray releases have all been relatively static with just a solid picture and the play all buttons and so forth. So it's quite nice to have that change. And as you'll see here, we've got the play all button, which will play all of the episodes. We've then got the episodes, which will list the individual episodes, and then we've got the setup options. So first of all, let's take a look at the episodes. So this first disc has episodes 1 to 7. You'll see each episode has got a square little box with the name of the episode and the episode number, as well as a bit of a screenshot to give you an idea of what that episode is about, or a bit of teaser if you prefer. So as you can see here, you just go around and select individual episodes, or if you want to play them all from the previous option, and then you just select it and away you go. Going into the setup options, we then are presented with English audio, which is in stereo, or 2.0 if you prefer, as well as a Japanese stereo sound, and then we have the subtitles, which are available to turn on or off. So that's pretty much all you can expect to receive. Moving on to the second Blu-ray disc now, and you'll notice that the layout and presentation is exactly the same as the previous disc. So basically all of the disc menus will be exactly the same. The only difference will be the episode content and listings in the episode section. Another difference, which I will point out, is the background animation that's taking place right now is different to the first disc. Basically, each disc has a slightly different background animation, and it relates to the episodes of that disc. So be warned, some spoilers may be seen if you continue watching. But other than that, all the layout and options are exactly the same. So yet again, we have English and Japanese audio with the option to turn the subtitles on or off. Moving on to the third Blu-ray disc now in this 6-disc collection, and you'll see, like I mentioned previously, the animation background has changed slightly. So this time we're seeing more content that happens in the episodes in this particular set. And as you can see, the menu, yet again, exactly the same. You can play all, you can press the episodes option to bring up the individual episodes, or you can go to setup to change your audio format. What I will say though is that it seems MangaUK have made a little bit of a menu error on this particular disc, as the screenshots used for episodes 19, 20 and 21 are exactly the same as those used on the previous disc for episodes 12, 13 and 14. So I guess someone made a little bit of a mistake when authoring these discs. It's not the first time that Manga Entertainment have done that particular issue though, as they did it before on Digimon Season 1 I believe, whereby several of the episodes across the discs were all having the same screenshot, but it's a small little fault. Onward onto the 4th Blu-ray disc now, and I seem to be running out of things to say, as basically the menu design and layout is exactly the same once again as the previous 3 discs. Really the only difference is the background animation taking place, whereby it gives you sort of a sneak peek to the events that happen in the episodes of this particular disc. But as you can see, we're just going to plod along, and you can see on the screen here got all the individual episodes that you can choose to watch, or you can just back out and play them all. Once again, you can go to the setup options and choose English stereo or Japanese stereo and turn the subtitles on and off. There's no option though to turn the translation notes off, which is kind of weird, but in any event, let's carry on. Now here we are onto the 5th disc of Death Note, which contains, a large portion of the remaining episodes of the series. What I will say though is that this is where we discovered that the UK Blu-ray release of Death Note is different to the American Viz Media release, as because when Death Note was released in America, you could buy it in a standard set or limited edition set. The standard set would contain the entire series on 5 Blu-ray discs, and then the limited edition set would contain the entire series with the 2 films. But on top of that, you would also get a lot of extra features. Now here, as the episodes are still ongoing, we miss out on those bonus features, as I'll demonstrate on the 6th Blu-ray disc. So as you'll notice, once you get to the 6th Blu-ray disc, you have the option yet again to play all episodes, the option to select episodes, which in this case would only bring up episodes 36 and 37, as well as the bonus option, whereby it would allow you to play the 2 OVA films which retell the events of Death Note. Now, like I mentioned before, on the American Blu-ray release, the standard TV series box set was 5 discs long and contained a load of extra features that were taken over from the previous DVD release, and then the limited edition set had that with a second or separate disc for the 2 films, whereas here, Manga Entertainment have reoffered the entire collection and bundled everything across the 6 discs, but they've taken out the DVD bonus features. And these bonus features weren't just like textless songs, promotional trailers, they were like Japanese trailers, interviews, of course promotional assets for the films, TV series and things like that. So it's quite of an odd choice why they would move all of them features or just not use Viz Media's own Blu-ray master. But I guess in the long run it would cut down costs with the BBFC, but I guess that's a question for another time. So that's what you can expect from the Death Note Blu-ray collection, which will be available via Manga Entertainment later this year.